We live, baby.
4G water got a wave going. 4G water got a wave going. Hold it, water. I'm keeping it flowing like water. I know that I'm waving the hardest. I'm like the currency charges from all this fire and causing. Counting the money, I'm swimming with dolphins. I was swimming too fast and I lost it. Fishing deep in the sea and I lost it. They say fishing was lame, so I sauced it.
In this video, we're gonna watch Deestroying and how what he did with his first $1 million. Okay, we're gonna see if he was smart with his money, decent with his money, or just terrible with his moolah.
What's good? I'm Deestroying. This is how I made, saved, and spent my first $1 million.
Did he put makeup on? If you watch Deestroy, you know that he don't look like this in real life. It looked like he's sick or something in this video. We'll see. You see, that's how he
I was
looked.
born in Costa Rica, lived there until I was 7. Very humble beginnings. You know, we have no AC, hot water. Eventually, I ended up moving to Florida. I always wanted to be a pro soccer player, man. Growing up, that was my dream, my dad's dream. We always supported like the home country, like their soccer games, everything. Eventually, I turned 14 and I just kind of fell out of love with soccer and picked up football. I went out for the high school football team. They asked who knows how to kick a ball. And all my boys knew that I played soccer, so they basically snitched on me to the coach. So they put the ball on a tee, made me line up, made me kick it, booted that thing like 60 yards, my first kick ever. The rest is history. From then on, I ain't do nothing but kick a football. I started making YouTube videos. I remember I was at like one of our walkthroughs. I was just messing around with the ball on the sideline and I did this trick where I spun the ball with my feet and it stood up and then I kicked the field goal. So our equipment manager at the time, her name was Allie, she's like, oh, now you gotta record this. You gotta do that again and I'm gonna record you. We did it, she recorded it, I posted it on Twitter and it went viral. Sports.
That's the thing too, man. Build a skill. Like he built up that skill as well. Like he knew how to play soccer before he was even a kicker. And obviously you do tricks and stuff in soccer. He put in the work in order to be able to do that. So if you can, on the side, whatever you're doing, start building a skill. Just don't mindlessly scroll all the time. That's what I'd be doing too. So I'm telling it to you so that eventually you understand that the skill that you built, that you can make something out of it. You never really know. It depends. My skill is I used to love making beats, but not only was that good for music, but that just made me good with software and technology. Because really everything is made from the same foundation. You just got to figure out where things are and then build upon it. He had the skill of soccer using his feet. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to go ahead and build on that. So let's see how he was able to monetize that.
Picked it up, ESPN, like all these big sports news outlets picked it up. And I don't know, that was kind of like my awakening that I could combine sports and content. I went to college at the University of Central Florida. I was a college football player. I had a full scholarship and I was a kicker. I played there for 2 years, and on my second year, once I really started taking the content seriously and posting a lot more videos, I did skits like wide receivers be like, or kickers be like, or linebackers be like, and like they'd go viral. So eventually, once you do that, YouTube lets you turn this little switch on, which is called monetization. I monetized my channel and I started making money. It wasn't a lot of money. I think in a month, I made like $1,200, maybe $2,000. It was not a lot of money. But to the NCAA, in their eyes at the time, they were like, hey, we gotta investigate your content, we gotta investigate your channel, we gotta investigate what you're doing, and if you're making money, then it's gonna be an issue. And eventually gave me the...
This is really, if you think about it, this is when NIL really started getting serious. Like this was like the inception, or like the conception of name, image, and likeness. If you really think about it, it's kind of cool, right? Deestroying may have started a whole wave. So Deestroying really turned up the game a little bit. And shout out to him and his decision to really bet on himself.
Ultimatum, I either gotta pick my scholarship or I pick my YouTube channel. I chose YouTube, now we're on GQ, baby.
W.
After I left school and I picked my YouTube channel, you know, I was homeless for a bit, I ain't gonna lie. I slept on my boy's couch. Shout out Troy, that boy supported me when I was at my lowest in life. We kept working and we ran up the channel. My very first big check was like 7 bands in a month. At the time, I'm thinking, what the heck, $7,000? And every month it just kept getting bigger. It went from 7,000 to 11,000, 14,000, 20,000, and shit, I don't even know if y'all want to talk about what it's looking like now. I'm a firm believer in financial.
What you think it's looking at now? What do you think it's looking like now? He went to 20. So it's probably 6-figure months, probably more, multi 6-figure months. Going hard and betting on yourself. It's real.
Financial responsibility. I'm invested in a retirement account. Definitely made sure I put some money away for that.
WWW. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, this is great. He's really big. I'm going to play that back real quick.
20,000, and shit, I don't even know if y'all want to talk about what it's looking like now. I'm a firm believer in financial responsibility.
Boom. I'm a firm believer in financial responsibility. W's in the chat or in the comments for my dog Deestroying. Let's go ahead and see and dissect what that means to him.
I'm invested in a retirement account. Definitely made sure I put some money away for that.
Yeah.
Been investing in some assets. You know, the cars and the jewelry and all that's cool, and we're gonna get into it, but yeah, invest in some assets, invested in some things that are gonna make you some money back when you're sleeping. You've heard how I made.
Boom. Invest in things that's going to make you some money while you're sleeping. Understanding what an asset versus a liability is, right? What Deestroying is describing now, he understands that his money can make him money. Let's break it down a little bit more. His money, based on how much he's made through his skill, what he's been able to build, he understood that if he puts his money in a certain vehicle, something that allows that money to grow on itself, right? And that can be investments. He mentioned a retirement account. I wonder if it's an individual retirement account, or it's just an account that allows his stocks, bonds, mutual funds, index funds to grow over time and compound over time as well. It's really good for him because he's coming with a large sums of money. So putting large sums of money away in those accounts, he's already at an advantage. He's already at a head start, right? We talked about the 4% rule in our last video. If you're able to put a certain amount of money away in your investment accounts, you can now take from that investment account 4%. And if that is equal to your living expenses throughout the year, then you're living pretty good, right? So say you have $1 million in your investment account, you could take 4% out, which is going to be either $40,000 to $50,000 a year, and it's very doable to live on that amount of money each and every year, especially if you have things paid off. If you own real estate, you don't have to worry about paying rent, or you have a asset that is an income generating asset to where I have a home that somebody else pays me rent for, right? That's an income or a possible income generating asset. So there's many ways that you can leverage your money if you put it in the right vehicles, in the right spaces, so that it can grow and compound over time and you can make money in your sleep. W in the chats for Deestroying. Let's see how he spent his first million, though.
Made and saved my first million. Here's how I spent it. All right, so the first thing I did with my first million is I took 60 bands, $60,000, and I gave it to my mom to help her pay her house down, and I retired her. Yes, sir. That's 60 right there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now listen, that's important because my mom, man, she sacrificed so much. She's took
W's, man. That's the first thing I'll do with my million too. I want to pay off everything my mom has because of what she paid for all of her kids to grow, thrive, and survive with her love, right? With her care. So shout out to Deestroying, man. W already. We loaded with W's in the beginning. Let's keep going.
Took care of me, my brother, my sister. She worked hard to put food on the table, and the job she had, she didn't love it. She just did it to pay the bills and whatnot. She'd spend long hours on her feet. She'd come home tired and still find the energy and the love to cook for us. So I had to make sure I got my mom's right. 60K for my mom.
Uh-oh. Put it in the comments. The car's an asset or a liability? Put it in the comments.
For my next purchase, I spent roughly about $280K on cars. Hold on. I know I talked about financial responsibility.
Yeah, exactly, bro. How you gonna say financial responsibility is spend $280 on cars?
Bruh. What did he say?
What did he say? He spent $280,000 on cars. Let's see what he says about it.
Damn. 280, right? All right, so check me out. I got 2 of the best cars in the world. One, Tesla Model 3, and I got a Tesla Model X, a bigger car.
No. Nope.
Nope.
I'm not a big fan of Tesla. I rented out a Tesla. Shout out to Elon Musk. But two of the best cars in the world? Absolutely not.
Bigger truck, goes faster, better range. You feel me? I could drive all my friends around. And I got a Jeep truck as well. The reason I got all them cars is because obviously I told y'all financial responsibility. It's not three of me, so I can't drive 3 cars at once. I'm gonna rent them out. They gonna make me some money. People love to go to the, wherever they travel to, wherever they visit, and they need wheels to get around. And why not?
All right, did you peep what he said, though? He said, I am going to rent them out. Does that mean he is right now? Doubt it. Doubt it. He's at a spot where he doesn't have to rent them out. He's okay. He's probably made more than enough money. But that is an incredible way to turn a liability in many people's eyes into an asset. It's an income-generating material item that you buy, right? You're allowing your money that you spent to have the possibility to make more money. And who knows, if he didn't pay him off, this would be a great way for those cars to be paid off through, I think it's going to be Turo or something like that, right? But he said, I'm going to, but let's keep going.
Stunt while you got some wheels, you know what I'm saying? So them cars are gonna make me some residual income. I think in the future, I definitely am saving up. Maybe my next million gonna be a Lambo truck. I've been talking about the Lambo truck for a long time, and I always say, I'm gonna get it on my birthday, I'm gonna get it on my birthday.
Yeah, I can't cap. A Lamborghini Urus, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I need it. I don't know how to spell Lamborghini. There it goes. Oh my gosh. Look at that thing. Look at it. So beautiful. A Lambo Urus. All right, let's keep going.
I'm gonna get it on my birthday, and every year passes and I don't get the Lambo truck. So who knows? This year might be the year.
I wonder how much it costs. All right.
The next thing I spent my money on, $70,000 on jewelry.
70
Bust
bands.
Down Rolly Avalanche, they're big body cute.
70 bands on jewelry. Okay, is this an asset or a liability? Do we understand? Have we heard that watches are and can be an asset, but what makes them depreciate a little bit faster that a lot of rappers do? And it sounds like Deestroying is about to explain. Let's see.
You feel me? So I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never really been a big jewelry guy. I always tell myself, man, I don't care how much money I'm gonna have. I'm not gonna get no jewelry, man. Jewelry this, jewelry that. But one day, I was at a Mater Dei versus Bosco game, and on the sideline, I seen this guy walk by. The fit was fresh, but I looked down at his wrist, and his wrist blinded me, bro. He had the Bust Down Rolly Avalanche on, and ever since that day, I was like, bro, I gotta get me one. So I made sure I got me one.
Bust Down Rolly Avalanche. He didn't explain it. Watches, they do appreciate over time, which means they gain in value over time, which makes it like, a stock or a bond that people would invest in, and it would make you money later on down the road, right? You can buy the watch now, right, and then sell it for more money later if you keep it in good condition. Just like a pair of Jordans that you keep pristine, that you don't wear, that don't come back out again. The value of those shoes and that watch goes up, but you devalue the watch when you do what? When you put diamonds on it. Okay, it is not the same value. It may stay the same, but it'll probably go down. Then it's like a car when you drive it off a lot because you've tampered with it. You changed the original look of it, the original feel of it. People may not like diamonds, right? Women like diamonds. Not all dudes like diamonds, just to be real. So that's the case. Not a bad thing to buy, but also, obviously, it's your first $1 million. What you going to do with it? But I'm just telling you, these are the different aspects and understanding what can be more of an asset than a liability every time you buy something. Let's keep going. Real estate, here we go.
All right, the next thing I spent my money on is I bought an acre of land in Costa Rica, my home country, the motherland.
An acre of land in Costa Rica. Okay.
We getting property, man.
What? An acre of land in Costa Rica? Is 220K? Okay. All right, let's see.
I think that was a huge deal for me because obviously that's where I was born, that's where I grew up, most of my family's there. Honestly, I don't even have that much family in America, just my immediate family. My mother, my brother, my dad, my sister picked up and moved back home. And I always told myself my dream retirement is I'm gonna get a big compound, somewhere nice, somewhere either with a view or on the beach, and I'm gonna build a bunch of houses where I can keep my family at. We could just live the rest of our lives together and enjoy ourselves, so.
W. That's dope, okay? A lot of people do that. Mike Bibby. It was either Mike Bibby or another famous either NBA player or MLB player. That's what he did too. He would buy a whole street of houses for his family. And everybody would live on the block. Everybody would live rent free. You know what I'm saying? Imagine doing that for your family just because of the skills that you built and also the decisions you make with your dollar. Is that you're able to set people up for life. People that are loved ones to you, and you know how you can really contribute to your community, to your family, to your blood, based off what you've been able to accomplish in your life, and you making the proper decisions to then do something really special, right? Generationally change lives. So it's pretty dope. I was questioning Costa Rica, but he's answered it, so that's on me destroying. But W for you, my dog.
The fact that I'm one step closer to that, and this land could put that compound on there, it's huge.
All right,
After I bought my acre in Costa Rica, I made sure I bought me a home in my hometown in Florida, spent $105K on a down payment on a crib.
Oh, okay. Spent $105K on a down payment on a crib. What do you think the value of that house is?
You put a good down payment, you have a good interest rate, your payment's not gonna be as high. So, you know, month to month, it's gonna be a lot less money. I just wanted to actually have a home, somewhere I could call home, have my primary residence in my hometown. I went to high school there, I grew up there, most of my core memories is there. Parents still got a house there, so I made sure I got me one too. And it's Florida, baby. Texas is way better in Florida.
Yeah, I love Florida. Florida is probably the most lit spot. I just came from Fort Lauderdale. And the vibe is just different down there, bro. The vibe is just so like you obviously got the Miami Beach, but it's just different. Like people smell like they feel like they don't pay taxes down there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just see it in the way they move. Like it's just so much more free. Like shout out Ron.
Florida, baby. I'm telling y'all, financial literacy. 105.
Yeah, financial literacy destroying, but as we see from your first million, it's not like you're like you know, you're doing a good job, but it's not the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Bands on a down payment for a house.
Oh my gosh. You can't claim financial literacy if you're spending if you saw Darren Waller's is so much different. He was talking about investments. Wasn't Destroying talking about investments earlier? Am I tripping? He was talking about investments, retirements, and everything else like that, and none of that is what he's talking about right now. So I don't know what is he lying to us? Is he doing it for the show? Is he doing it for the clout?
All right, the next thing I spend my money on is I'm a sneakerhead, I'm an addict, so I dropped 40K on shoes. I love shoes. I'm gonna be honest.
40K on shoes.
I haven't wore like 80% of them, but it's all
Financial literacy, okay. That's okay if you haven't worn them. Now the value of them is still up. Technically, it could be.
Because in my eyes, I know shoes retaining value. They could be resold later. Matter of fact, I got kicks on me right now. I got the Travis Scotts.
Good.
I think the most expensive pair of shoes I bought were the Chicago Off-White ones, and I probably spent like maybe $1,300 on them. I got a good price, but now they probably go for like, I don't know what, 3, 4, 5 racks. I don't even know. Right now, my collection.
Appreciating asset, right? That's why StockX is called, or the place where they buy, sell. It's a shoe and sneaker consignment, StockX. That's why they call it StockX, because if you buy the right shoe, it can increase in value just like a stock. Just like if you were to buy an Apple stock at $100 and then increase to $200. It's the same thing for a Jordan shoe or a Off-White Chicago pair of shoes, right? He bought them for $1,300. Now the value of it is now at whatever, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Same thing JG was saying. is that he bought a piece of art for a certain amount of money. Now he can resell it for millions of dollars. Y'all don't even know that song, bro. Y'all don't even listen to Jay-Z, bro.
I probably got like over 250 pairs, maybe 300. It's kind of ironic because I have
What did he say?
What did he say?
so many shoes, but I only wear like the same like 8 to 10 pairs, bro.
Yeah, I'm not coming at what he's saying or what because a lot of people do it. Like the person that bought the block, Mike Bibby, he has a house just for his shoes. So I understand, especially if they potentially could be assets. So it's an interesting dynamic. I want to dive deeper in the psychology of shoe buying and shoe apparel and what it means. If there's like a deeper meaning to it, and maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping, but am I gonna buy that many shoes? Nope.
It's crazy.
Oh
Next
my
thing I spent my
gosh.
money on, $30K on clothes. I mean, you got the shoes on your feet, you can't be wearing that dusty, so make sure we got some clothes to match it all, you feel me?
You can buy a t-shirt at Walmart and have some fire shoes on. You can buy a packet of white tees at Walmart and have some fire shoes on. I do understand what he's saying, though. But I'm just saying, you don't need to. You can go to Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova has plenty of really cheap item clothes, right? You can go a lot of places and not have to worry about spending so much money on name brand apparel. At least he's being honest. That's what I respect about it. He's being honest about what he spent. So, let's see.
I'm not really like the most stylish guy as far as fashion and all that goes now.
Oh my gosh. I feel like this whole video is like a contradiction. And this is my first time watching it, so I may not be, listening great. But it's like, yeah, I spend a lot of money on shoes, but I don't wear them. I spend a lot of money on clothes, but I don't wear them. I invest a lot of my stuff in IRAs, but I also spent $250,000 on cars, clothes, jewelries, and shoes. Am I tripping? Let's keep going.
Nowadays, I just like to dress comfortable. I'm more of an athleisure guy, and I know a lot of my athletes out there can relate. We just want to feel good. We want to be able to move. We want to be like comfortable. There's a lot of athleisure, like Adidas, obviously my own brand, the 11, but I don't got to pay for that. Just fire shoes, and then just,
Him and Venus Williams have the same brand name. It's interesting.
something
But
chill.
shout out having your own brand though. That's real. Having your own brand, even if it don't pull off, right? This is 4G. Like I'm wearing my own clothes. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing my own stuff. As you watching this video, it is coming out soon, and you'll see. But I have it for you. I got you.
Up top.
The wink was kind of weird, but let's keep going.
30 bands on some clothes.
Okay, here we go.
Next thing I spent money on, camera equipment. We
Nice.
gotta drop these bangers for y'all. The thing with me and the thing about my channel, it continues to grow, it continues to get.
Invest into yourself, baby. 55 bands on equipment. That's really that's an incredible investment. The best thing that you can invest in is not the S&P 500, it's the S&Me 500. Shout out to Alex Hormozy. That is perfect. He invested a lot of money in making sure that his content, his product is valuable, right?
Better, it continues to evolve. So we gotta invest into the equipment. We bought all new cameras, editing software, whatever it may be, we just gotta reinvest into the channel, make the videos bigger and better. Camera bodies alone, like some of those go run for like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. Then the lenses,
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. I think I spent like $4,000 on just one lens.
Yeah.
One lens, bro?
Yeah.
One lens. I got 2 camera guys, Sean and David. They both awesome, they both amazing, they do their thing. And them boys is on salary, so I gotta make sure my dogs is eating good, because they gonna be feeling good. So I don't even know, how much is they a year? I ain't gonna put their personal business out, but just know my guys, they taken care of. Deestroying's good to his employees, man. Come
great.
over if y'all need a job, holla at me, man.
All right.
55K on camera equipment.
Should I holler at him, chat? No. Yo, destroying you. Yo, no. To my
The
community.
last thing I spent in my whole million is we reinvested into the community. I dropped 140 bands back into the community. And y'all probably wondering, what are you talking about? Every time we do one-on-ones, every time we host one of these events, I give out $10,000. 10 bands can change people's lives, bro. So just reinvesting into the community is important to me. They helped me be where I am today. I mean, if I didn't have you guys' support, I don't know where I'd be at.
I don't know if I heard that right, which is good, but it's also great for content that he gives out that $10,000. So, but it's kind of like what Mr. Beast does too. He gives away a lot, but it makes for great content. So it's W's across the board. It's like win-win. It's a win-win situation.
These big companies are starting to recognize partnerships with like the NFL and all these big people. They helping me reinvest back into the community as well. Like I want to.
Shout out to Deestroying. He was all over the XFL. That's something I just recently played in, and he was on the sideline. We was all on the sideline together. He was at 2 of our games with Vegas. He was actually at, I think, the 2 games that he was at was the 2 games that we played: the Vegas Vipers and the St. Louis Battlehawks, and the Vegas Vipers and the Arlington Renegades, which actually won the championship. So. You know, shout out to Deestroying, man. He really showed a lot of support to the XFL guys. Him and Marquise Lewis, I believe, the punter. Marquise King or Marquette King. And them boys is real close. So, you know what I mean. Shout out to what he was able to provide, because he brought viewership from his channel over to the XFL, and he's been putting a lot of people on the map. He had a wide receiver that did his one-on-ones that ended up getting a shot in the NFL from the XFL because he balled in the XFL. So just shout out to what he's been able to do and kind of build and grow his network and build and grow his community, and then give people opportunities through what he's been able to provide. It's such a W, such a W.
Be the Robin Hood, low key, like take money from the rich and give back to my people. We're gonna take it worldwide. We're gonna go to Mexico. We're gonna go to Japan. We're gonna go everywhere. We're gonna be worldwide soon. 140K back into the community.
Nice. And to be honest, that's a whole investment into itself. Because when you give, you receive.
I feel like I spent my first million in a pretty good way. You know, I took care of who I had to take care of.
Comment down there below is how you feel like he spent his million.
I reinvested back into my business, reinvested back into myself,
Good.
And
Yes,
obviously
good.
bought myself some assets as well.
Good.
This is just the first million. Who knows how many M's we're gonna touch? Hopefully we're gonna have a first billion episode, you feel me? Thank you, GQ, for having me. This goes to show y'all, man, you can do it too. Get up every day and work harder than the next man, because the next man is coming for your job. And make sure you don't spend your first million on dumb shit.
He said it. He's probably talking to me, because something I probably did too. What's going on, gang? It's your boy 4G Tone. Everything that we do is for God, and this is Athletic Money. Appreciate you guys again. This is 4G Tone. Everything that we do is for God, and this is Athletic Money. We just saw how Deestroying spent his first $1 million. How are you going to spend your first $1 million? Love, peace, and healing to everybody out here. Everything we do is for God, for good, and for grace. I'll see you on the next episode.